Markets are highly illogical. What makes sense doesn't make sense. What doesn't make sense actually makes sense. So if you want to nail your next fucking 80x trade like we did on Tesla, guys, you can go back. It is timestamped. Monday, I posted a podcast saying how Tesla is going to break the fuck out. If you wanted ever a sure fucking trade, you buy Tesla ahead of the presidential election. And some of our guys did. Now, I'll probably record a chart video on this specific subject because, guys, there is a difference. Somebody making a 10x trade, a 20x trade, or an 80x trade. It was the same trade. Now, the difference is somebody took it on Monday. Somebody listened to me this morning, and they fucking went all out on Tesla calls, and somebody just completely ignored the message. They got out because Tesla was pulling back from, 290 to 280 before it goes to 330. Guys, this is a whole learning lesson out of this week for some guys that ended up making 70, 80x. For some guys that ended up making 10x, 20x. It was a phenomenal trade. Now, what makes a Tesla trade such a killer trade is the fact that options were severely underpriced if you bought them on Monday. And it takes a certain amount of skill to be able to see that before it happens. So in this video, in this podcast, we're not even going to talk about Tesla because you would really have to see the charts to fully comprehend how does somebody put an 80x trade over the course of 5 trading sessions. In this podcast, I really want to bring your attention to something that nobody's talking about yet that will become a reality. Just like nobody was talking about the Tesla trade on Monday when it was going lower when we were buying calls. And not just any calls, guys. Just to be 100% transparent, we're buying 270, 280, 300 strike calls on Tesla expiring this week when Tesla was sub 240, 242, 245 on Monday. So we're talking about a 90-point move in Tesla, a big mega cap company where options were severely fucking underpriced on Monday and were severely underpriced earlier this morning. Still. But there comes a moment where you could be looking at certain things that tell you, hey, based off history, you can calculate this and this. Based off the chart, you can calculate this and this. Based off the movement in the option chain, damn it, you can calculate this, this, and this. And when all three coincide, 777 move in Tesla is no coincidence if you understand the history of the 2016 election. So anyways, guys, more on that in a separate video, but 80x trade is a fucking 80x trade. Congratulations to those of you who fucking made it and didn't bail out and took the trade and had the guts to take the trade. But in this podcast, I really want to talk about something that no one is talking about yet, that everyone will be fucking talking about in not so distant future. So there's always the consensus of what market expects. And if you always trade in the consensus, no wonder your fucking trading account is not going anywhere. If you trade the consensus, you're not going to make any big fucking money in trading. Now, there are moments, where you could trade the consensus and you can make an ends meet. You can make a little bit of money. But your biggest trading opportunities are going to be when you take a position on something way before it becomes apparent to everybody fucking else that this is where the next move is going to take place. This is where the next direction is going to be taking place. So in this video, I'm going to break down something that no one is talking about at all. And nobody's talking about the fact that Trump's hero is Ronald Reagan. I know you didn't see that shit coming. We're talking about Ronald Reagan now, Leo? What the fuck does this have to do with the next trade? So let me walk you through the chain and the chain reaction and the way the dominoes are going to fall next. Ronald Reagan, Trump's hero. Ronald Reagan served 2 terms between 1981 and 1989. During those instances, Ronald Reagan tried to implement the biggest tariff policy in the history of the United States. This is where Trump gets his, I'm going to tariff the shit out of the world thing. Okay? So, tariffs failed in 1989, but that's not even the fucking point. The point is to look at history, at the Ronald Reagan presidency, and to see and study the correlations that could be applicable now in 2024 moving forward next 4 years. So we know about the tariff stuff, but what else do we know about the time frame between 81 and 89? Well, it is the tariff fucking time. It is also the time when inflation is spiraling out of control and the Federal Reserve is trying to tame it. Surprise, surprise, not with cutting rates. I mean, this Wednesday, not this Wednesday, because the presidential election, the rate decision was on Thursday, yesterday, and Federal Reserve Chairman, Dan Powell, I mean, unfucking believable. This shit that was coming out of his mouth, I'd be like, man, are you fucking serious? This guy's like, we're cutting rates, and we hope the inflation to drop to our 2% target. Motherfucker, how the fuck can you use the same words in the same sentence? I mean, and yet, they're like, there's no market reaction to this. They got Federal Reserve Chairman looking you straight in the eye, talking complete fucking nonsense, and the market has zero reaction. I mean, this is how you know this market is so fucked, beyond fucking fucked. Okay? And for those of you that are still here, after some of these derogatory sentences I just described the whole situation with, look, understand this. When Federal Reserve Chairman can get away with a motherfucking murder in the middle of the day, in the middle of the press conference, he looks you in the eye and he says, well, inflation's still going to drop while we're going to cut rates? What the fuck? Okay? Before you know, Federal Reserve will be hiking rates. That's what happened 81, 89. Tariffs. Okay? This was the moment in United States history of the highest interest rates ever fucking seen. 18% federal funds rate? Are you out of your fucking mind? Mortgages at 21%? That was the time frame in United States history, 81 through 89. Ronald Reagan, the highest fucking rates ever. Trump worships this guy. Okay? So, if you think the market is not seeing through it yet, you're highly mistaken. Okay, Trump is the guy that tried to fire Powell because, I mean, it was going back to 2016 because Powell did not want to cut rates. Okay, so if you listen to Donald Trump, I love the guy, super happy he won the election, okay, but when you're trying to put what's happening now in terms of what he's saying, what's actually going to happen, like, highly contradictory. Trump wants a weaker dollar, which is absolutely impossible if you're going to try to implement tariffs, if you're going to try to, it sounds highly contradictory, guys. This is where the whole market gets it wrong. The whole market thinks, okay, we're going to get lower taxes, lower rates, therefore we're going to get, the dollar is going to get weaker. Well, if you study the history of 81 to 89, the dollar does not get weaker. It gets fucking stronger. You get the strongest dollar move in the history of the US dollar between 81 and 89. So I think where we call the bullshit here at 13 Market Moves, just days after presidential election, is this. The whole market is pricing for the dollar to drop. But exact opposite is fucking going to take place, and it's actually been showing signs of happening over the last couple of days. So what does that mean as far as trading? Let me break it down in plain English. Okay, stronger dollar means what? When did we recently have the strongest dollar in the U.S. history? When it was COVID, right? Dollar index goes above 110, 113. 114. We told you to short it there, but Jesus, that was a big move within a very short amount of time. Now, dollar is at like 105. It broke above 105. If you study the history of stronger dollar, that tells you gold is going to drop. Okay, oil is going to fucking drop. That tells you crypto is going to drop. So there it is. Most of you are fucking sitting there shocked. Well, hold on, Leo. They're saying Trump is the most pro-crypto president we have ever seen. We got the whole House of Representatives fucking pro-crypto. We got this. We got that. None of that shit matters. I'm telling you, if you study as a trader the history of correlations in the market, 81 through 89 was such an eventful time frame for the US dollar. It basically resulted in a convention where dollar had to be artificially weakened. Yeah, can you believe like motherfuckers getting together and saying like, hey, we got to do something about this dollar, man. This dollar's got to fucking go down. So market conditions based on equilibrium, like something could go up or down a little bit, up, down. That's good. That's like balanced market. But when something breaks the fuck out, like the dollar did back in the 80s, it went from, basically DXY went from like sub 90, sub 80 to 150. Like we're at 105 on the dollar right now. DXY is like broke above 105. Highly fucking unpredictable, right? But in a way, if we build this sequence, it's very simple, okay? Higher yields that everyone's been talking about, okay, they are associated, okay, with higher interest rates. If you keep raising rates like the way they did back in the 80s, dollar's got no other fucking choice but to go higher. Okay, but you're going to say, but hold on, they're not raising rates. The fucking Fed just lowered rates yesterday, Leo. You just said it. I'm saying the Fed will have to come to their fucking senses, and the next meeting, when everybody expecting Fed to lower rates again, it's going to fucking pause. And come next year, the Fed is going to fucking have to come and admit their mistake entirely by actually hiking rates. So, like, if Trump's really going to be able to cut taxes, which until now was like a low probability, like, okay, but now he's got the Senate. He's got the Congress. He wants to cut the taxes. He's going to cut the shit out of taxes. Okay, he cuts taxes. I don't know, we're talking about high fucking inflation. high inflation at the same time the Federal Reserve is lowering rates. That's fucking inflation setup times 10x. Before you know, the Fed's going to have to hike rates. And under such conditions, dollar only gets strong. And we know one thing about strong dollar. Gold goes lower and crypto goes lower. So you can say, well, we got the crypto president, we got the crypto Congress, we got the crypto Senate, we got the crypto fucking everything. And then the consensus is so fucking bullish, but yet everyone disregards history. History is telling us that if dollar goes higher, which is still a low probability outcome, because I'm not sure why. Here at 13 Market Moves, we go back and we study history and we study correlations. But apparently, nobody in motherfucking Wall Street has done it yet. So look, man, fucking we're bullish on Bitcoin, we're bullish on Ethereum. You're bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum when dollar is going higher? Are you out of your fucking mind? Most of the participants in the market, the main reason to buy Ethereum and Bitcoin and other crypto is because you think US dollar is going to fucking collapse. Well, study 81 through 89. Yeah, by the way, it does include the 87 crash, October 19th. So I'm not saying we're far away from that. Okay? So within that lies still the greatest killer fucking short selling opportunity in the entire fucking world. But we're talking about something that no one is talking about yet. And everybody will be talking about it. And I'm trying to break it down in such simple terms and it's such a length that hopefully everyone can understand it. Doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or 10 or 20 or fucking 78 or 89 like some of our traders that actually stayed with the Tesla calls and made 80x. Congratulations. Guys, it's real. What I'm talking to you about now is what you will be hearing in the news in not so distant future. The reason why we're able to put 80x trades at times here at 13 Market Moves is because we are a step ahead. We are 5 steps ahead. We are 10 steps ahead of what's about to happen. So you may listen to this and be like, man, Leo, you're fucking crazy. You think crypto is going to drop? The whole fucking world is bullish on crypto. Man, like that's exactly the kind of setup that you want. Let me break this down in slightly different terms. 2016, maybe you were around as a trader, maybe you were not. I remember it clear as the sky simply because I had Wells Fargo calls that made over 60x within 3 days. I will tell you there's something different about this rally that is happening now as a result of Trump's win. And the way it transpired this time is in 2016, like you had, financials, they went higher 3 days in a fucking row in a meaningful way. Like Wells Fargo went $2-3 higher every day for 3 consecutive days. But this time around, you have Goldman Sachs just shooting up fucking $60 one day. Next day it's down 15 and then it's up $5. Okay. You have basically financials. They're not going straight up because it almost seems like they've used up all of the magnitude of move on the first day. So this is why I see as a trader, the difference between 2016 and 2024 is some of the stocks that really meant to go high, like Tesla, which we predicted way before the fucking election. Go listen to that video. I told you. I was the simplest fucking trade that nobody could fuck up. And yet, you were looking at it, you were listening to the video, and like, man, Leo, I can't buy it. Tesla looks like it's going to drop. And so, you missed out on a 90-point move higher. What I'm telling you now, you're about to miss on the biggest, wildest move to the downside in crypto, while the rest of the fucking world is expecting to move higher. Okay? You're going to have analysts after motherfucking analysts go in CNBC and they're going to tell you how fucking bullish it is. They were the same fuckers who were telling you how bullish it is in December of 2017. For those of you that were not around during that time frame, well, Bitcoin drops from 20,000 to 3,000 within the following 11 months. And it is shocking because logic does not drive the market. You want to beat the market? Man, tell me something that doesn't make fucking sense. Which is what I'm telling you right now. Right now, what I'm telling you does not make any fucking sense to the majority of the market participants that have not gone back to the 81 through 89 time frame Donald Reagan. Okay, let's call it the Reagan put on the market during the Trump's, next 4-year term. But the point is, guys, this is how you put together some colossal trades. It's not agreeing with what everybody thinks. Everybody thinks Bitcoin's going to the moon, Ethereum's going to the moon. Nobody's talking about what happened in the 80s and the correlations. Correlations are basics. They're simple. So as a trader, look past the noise. There's a lot of fucking... Guess why there's a lot of noise? It's the same fuckers that told you, well, Bitcoin cannot drop from 70,000 to 49,000. How many of those people do you know in the last few months? Well, we told you fucking so, and it fucking happened. Go and find another YouTube channel, another analyst, any analyst on Wall Street for that matter, that told you Bitcoin can drop from 70,000 to 49,000 in July, August. And it happened. And it was very unexpected move. And that's where you go from, 40K to 8, 9, 10 million. If you know exactly what kind of trade you need to place in expiration and strike and everything. What I'm saying, guys, I'm super excited for those of you that are actually going to listen to this and are going to think to yourself, like, well, I've traded for a long fucking time in my life. And some of you are going to think that to yourself, whether you've traded for, 10 days or a year or 10 years or 30 fucking years. But my question to you is this. I mean, if you've never put together an 80x trade, yeah, we're talking about trading options. Okay. If you've never put together an 80x trade, you should be listening to this message wondering, okay, how do I put the next 80x trade? So you missed out on the Tesla calls, which we called on November 4th, ahead of the election, early in the fucking day, before any of the poll results were available to the public that were visible. And guys, I don't have any access to any motherfucking polls, so there's no way I could have seen, okay? But it's just, you study history, you study the patterns, you study certain things as a trader, and if you focus on the right shit, you can nail an 80x trade. And I'm telling you, we're looking on the face of a potential 100x trade, of a potential of a 160x trade. Somebody sent me a message the other day. They said, Leo, it just don't feel good fucking buying calls right now, buying puts right now, because everything is going high. And I responded to the guy. I said, look, it didn't feel fucking comfortable buying Tesla calls when Tesla was dropping on Monday. Certainly didn't feel comfortable when Tesla was dropping Monday to be buying Friday calls that were like fucking $60, $70, $80 out of the money. But yet there are certain market conditions that you see that are making certain options so overpriced, underpriced in relation to the move. So when you go with the consensus, you're going to get a situation where a lot of options are so overpriced in relation to the move. You got to identify an opportunity when shit is underpriced in relation to the move. This is how you put together an 80x trade. This is how you put together a fucking 100x trade, 160x trade. Is it going to happen every day? No. Is it going to happen every week? No. But your vision for it, okay, should be unshakable. You're not going to have me reevaluate this vision that I have for stronger dollar while everyone is expecting dollar to collapse, because I studied the history of 81 through 89, and that is the moment of the strongest fucking dollar in history, and that is the moment of the highest interest rates in history. And in most instances, those that study history in the financial markets beat the market. It's cutting out all the noise. Like, I don't give a fuck how many people they're going to have on CNBC talking about how bullish they are on crypto and how bullish the fucking market is and how bullish this and how, but I don't give a fuck, okay? Because if I listen to those fuckers, when I go buy the options on whatever they are bullish on, I'm buying options that are highly overpriced in relation to the move. Because at that point, it's all priced in. I got to find an opportunity as a trader that is underpriced, that is undervalued. Okay, that is the only way you can put together an 80x, 160x trade. And that is why you come to 13 market moves, because you're like, man, fuck it. I'm tired of making a couple $1,000s a day. Like, I want the real thing. I want the real deal why people come and they trade the markets. And you know what, guys? Most of you are going to be disappointed because you're going to jump out of the fucking trade. Like, look, I can show you screenshots after screenshot of trading with my traders that sign up to fucking trade with a coach. I gave a trade to this guy this morning to buy, had $8,000 to trade with today. I told him put $8,000 in Tesla calls when Tesla was at $295. The guy was like, "Oh my God, Leo, I don't know, I can't fucking do it." All right, so he would have made $100,000 today. And then the guy texts me later. He's like, "Leo, oh my God, man, I really needed the money. Something happened yesterday. I got in an accident. I got to pay some money out." I'm like, "Okay, so why the fuck did you not take the trade?" "Oh, because I was afraid to lose the money." Like, don't come to the fucking markets, okay, afraid to lose money. Like, I'm telling you right now, that is exactly what's going to fucking happen. You're going to come to the market trading and you're going to be afraid to lose money. That is exactly what's going to fucking happen. This got even nothing to do with the market. Like, if you're going to, let's say you're going to approach a girl that you like. I'd be like, "God damn, this girl is hot. But damn, if I walk up to her, she's probably going to tell me she's got a boyfriend." And you're thinking that in your mind. You're going to walk up to that girl and be like, "Hey, I'm here and you're here. I just wanted to find out what your name was. I thought you were beautiful." I should be like, "I'm not fucking interested, because didn't you see the ring? The ring," and she'll like move her hand and she'll be like, "Hey, look at this fucking ring." It'll be like a big fucking ass diamond on there, you know? And the point is, it's not that you cannot get this girl, but before you even walked up to her, it was like, man, I know she's so fucking hot. Like, I'm not even, like, what is she going to say to me? Like, man, you cannot have this sort of attitude. You cannot show up to the market and say, man, I cannot put an ADX trade together because, man, whoa, I had a car accident yesterday. Man, what the fuck does this have to do with you trading today? I had to take my in-laws to the airport. That's another fucking common excuse I'm getting lately. Guys, there's like 100 fucking excuses. Stop. They all boil down to the same motherfucking thing. Let me tell you what that is. It's your fear. It's your fucking fear. Your fear derives from the fact that you've taken some trades in the past that did not work out. What the fuck does this have to do with today? What the fuck does this have to do with you taking Tesla calls 5 days ago on Monday? What does this have to do with what does this have to do with you thinking Tesla can no longer fucking go higher and not buying $8,000 worth of calls on Tesla today? You would have had 100K. Like, this was the easiest motherfucking trade anybody could have taken, but yet the balls disappear at the moment where you should really fucking grow them. Like, that is what, like, emotions will fuck with you in your trading. And I'm telling you, emotions fuck the best traders that I've thought had the greatest trading potential. Emotions have fucked them. These guys are like, these guys could have made millions. But guess what? They didn't fucking show up in the same way that I require my traders to fucking show up every fucking day. Yesterday does not fucking matter. Last year don't fucking matter. Okay? The last time you traded this stock, I don't give a shit what happened. I don't give a fuck if you made $500,000 or you lost $1 million trading this whatever. Fucking gold, oil, Tesla, Amazon. I don't give a fuck. History of your trading or the outcome of your last trade on whatever that we're talking about, it's got nothing to do with today. Today, you would have made a shitload of money, but you didn't show up. You didn't show up. Or you thought like, whoa, but this looks like a long shot. Yeah, motherfucker, it better look like a long shot. Otherwise, I don't even want to take it. If the whole market agrees on it, you're not going to make any fucking money. Why? Because options are already going to be overpriced. So, like, you know what puzzles me the most is they have these probabilities. Like, when you go look at the option chain, like, sometimes I have traders, they text me like, Leo, but it says here it's got 17% probability of being in the money by the time they expire. And I'm like, who assigns these goddamn probabilities? Do these people look at correlations? Do these people look at a move 2 or 3 formation or fucking 11 or 6? Do these people know any? Who assigns the motherfucking probabilities? So, like, if the trade's got like 90% probability of being in the money by the time, like, guess what? Take that son of a bitch. And chances are you're still going to get it fucking wrong. So don't have a look at the gamma fucking, all this bullshit that they put on the option chain. This is the shit you got to get rid of. Look at the simple fucking chart if you want to beat the market. Okay, you don't get an ADX trade by looking at the fucking probabilities on the option chain. But what can give you a high probability outcome on the options chain is the number of contracts that are being traded in relation to where they were traded the day before or this morning. Man, I've sent multiple messages out in the group saying like, look, Tesla contracts in the 300 strike. And that's like when Tesla was like at 280. I said, look, the volume of contracts in Tesla recently gone up. In the last 2 hours, it's gone from like 10,000 to motherfucking 140,000. Like it's 14x in the volume of contracts and the volume activity in the strike that's still pretty far out of the fucking money. And it's in this week's expiration. So what do you think is going to happen? What do you mean, Leo? Yeah, what I mean is the whole motherfucking world is buying Tesla calls 300 strike. Okay? And you don't want to put $8,000 in that trade? What the fuck are you doing in the market? Oh my God, Leo, I'm scared. Can I just put 1,000 in it? Yeah, if you want to be a little bitch, sure. But if you come to trade with 13 market moves, you better locate your balls and show up and take that high probability trade. You know how rare instances are in the market that a mega cap stock has a 14x increase in volume of calls going in within 120 minutes? Do you know how rare that is? When you see that, you just buy this shit. Now, the stock price at that point may not reflect what's actually going to happen next, because you could be buying those calls and be like, oh my God, this shit just dropped $5. I must be wrong. Man, can you locate your balls? No, you're not wrong. You're looking at the right shit. It's just, man, on a stock that trades at 280, 290, if something drops $5, is this the end of the motherfucking world? No. No, if you're trading a $10 stock and it drops $5, yeah, it probably is. So, like, you got to know what the fuck to look at is the point. And right now I'm giving you a trade that nobody's talking about on a golden fucking platter. Not a silver, a golden. Let me rephrase that. I'm giving you this trade on an AI motherfucking platter. Anywhere from 80x to 160x. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen over the course of, now, I could be out by a few days, but it's going to happen over the course of the next 3 to 6 weeks. 3 to 6 weeks, you are looking at making 80x to 160 fucking x. This is what you need to know. Okay, the type of a trading account that you need to set up right fucking now. Okay, because you're not going to be able to take this trade with no fucking Robin Hood bullshit. Okay, you need to have a real trading account, goddammit. Number 2, you're going to need to know the strike. Number 3, you're going to need to know expiration. And number 4, you need to go and tell everyone that tells you that you're fucking wrong. You need to go tell them to go and fuck off. And you hold that trade. And that's how you beat the market. People will fuck you up. They will tell you, oh my God, man, you want to buy Tesla when it's fucking dropping. You're out of your fucking mind. You think Tesla's going to go up $90 in 3 days? My people will fuck you out of good fucking trades. Now, if you know 13 market moves, you've been following thousands of videos we've posted on YouTube, then you know the most important thing of trading is what? Yeah, sure, it's your ability to hold to the trade, but it's the entry and exit. Entry, exit, entry, exit, entry, exit. You got to enter the trade at the time when you feel most uncomfortable taking the trade. And times when a trade is going to be most uncomfortable is when the trade is dropping and you got to buy calls. And a more complex situation is when something is going higher and you got to buy puts. Like, it seems to me like 90% of people more comfortable buying the dip than they are shorting the bounce. And it just concludes this, that, as 99.9% of fucking people in the world are so bullish on crypto right this moment, because it seems like we got the right catalyst, but nobody has actually gone in the depth and analyzed the Trump catalyst. Trump wants weaker dollar. Okay? He wants the Fed to cut rates. But yet, at the same time, Reagan is his hero. And if you study the history of his hero, exact opposite happens. So I'm not sure if he even understands that himself. But if you're a trader, you got to go with fucking history. Because that's how we nailed the fucking Tesla trade. That's how we nailed the Wells Fargo trade. That's how we nailed the Goldman Sachs trade. That's how we nailed the trades that fucking went ballistic this fucking week. So, if you missed that, which you probably fucking did, because, if you trade with me, I'll tell you to fucking put all your fucking opinions aside. Just goddamn execute the trade. Well, Lee, I'm not sure if it's going to go up and down. Goddamn, take the fucking trade. Stop wasting fucking time. Oh my God, Lee, I want to take it today. Tesla is at 320. Motherfucker, I gave you the trade when it was at 240. Okay? But Leo, it didn't look like it was going higher that day. Yeah, that's when you got to take the fucking trade if you want to make ADX. And if you care about the next 80X to 160X, you got to call us now here at 13 Market Moves. Now, don't be fucking emotional. Don't be calling us crying. Don't be calling it grab your fucking balls and say, look, guys, I'm going to follow the program 100%. Okay. I'll go and study the charge divergence course tonight. I'll study the fucking 13 Market Moves course tonight, and I'll be ready fucking Monday. That's the kind of attitude you want to have. That's the kind of attitude that beats the fucking market. Not some fucking guy like, well, I just don't know. Should I do it? Should I not? Should I? Man, get your shit together. Damn it. You want to beat the market? You got to get off your ass. Okay? You got to get off your ass. Because if you don't, and if you're going to react to every 5-minute move in the market, it will get the best of you. When I'm saying get off your ass, get a thorough opinion of where something is going before everybody else recognizes it, and stay with it. Stay with it. Don't be changing your opinion in the market every 5 fucking minutes. That's where traders get killed, murdered, cut into pieces, never come back. Look, you could be close to a point of no return. But if you trade with 13 Market Moves, and if you actually follow your coach, you could fucking make it. You can go from nothing fucking to everything. Everything you have ever wanted right in front of you. All you've got to do, you're like seconds away from getting in touch with us. You're seconds away. Just, get a napkin, wipe off all these tears of losses you had in the motherfucking years of trading by yourself, the bullshit, the news. For once, get ahead of the fucking market move that's about to take place. Get ahead of it. Don't do it when it's apparent to everyone what something is about to do, where the stock is about to go, when it's apparent that things are fucking bullish, and when it's apparent when things are fucking bearish. Get ahead of that move. Get ahead of it. And for once, beat the market, not in a bullshit, oh, I made 500 today, I made 2,000. Fuck all that. Beat the market in a meaningful way for once in your fucking life. 80x. This is why you sign up with 13 Market Moves. So go to 13marketmoves.com, 13mmtv.com, and stop fucking crying. Get your shit together and beat this fucking market for good.